Hello and welcome to the first River End Lads Matchday review and podcast. So I think first we're going to be talking about the shirts we've chosen to wear today. Joel, you can go first with your nice retro Admiral kit.
Thought I'd wear this to training tonight, so score some goals in it. Yeah.
Score some goals in your Admiral shirt, football training tonight.
I think it's
Sounds
from the
good.
70s, wasn't it? 70s,
I
90s.
think it was, yeah.
70s, early 80s
But
I think it is.
I think this was a retro remade, otherwise it'd be worth lots. But
Well, I don't know.
It's a very nice shirt.
It's a great shirt.
I can say that.
yeah, I think it was remade 80s. But I do like it.
It's very nice.
I could wear the this year's kit, but
Yeah.
I've chosen to wear my 1994 to 96 goalkeeper home kit.
Lovely.
It's probably my favourite Norwich shirt ever, and it is, probably can't show you, but it's got Brian Gunn on the back and it's signed by him as well.
I'll vouch for that. Yeah.
What a player Brian Gunn was, what a
Brian on the
goalkeeper.
back. Actually, we'll put the picture up of your shirt.
We'll put the picture up
Yeah, I thought
when we edit it, that'd be nice.
And I'm wearing, as you'll know, the 2018-19 third kit, which is... I quite liked it. It's just green.
Well, I
and
think you're the
green.
only person who
Yeah,
liked
maybe.
it,
I mean, the
but-
team liked it. You had I don't know how many times we
I
played
mean,
that
to be
away
fair,
kit.
it was
that's
worn
true.
more than our away kit last season,
So,
which is
yeah.
usually the case.
It's interesting, decided to go for this. It's just, yeah.
So, lads, you know what I'm gonna say?
Oh no.
The Man United game.
Mm-hmm.
That was... It was frustrating. Obviously a 3-1 defeat for the boys. We didn't play very well. We deserved to lose. But what are your thoughts on the game, both of you?
Well, obviously, Tim Cole was one of them. I know he didn't he come up with an injury?
I think he got injured.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I know
in the
he got.
second
I know,
half of
I
the
know. I
game.
saw he got injured at the end.
Yeah.
Because he was right in
I
front of us.
read it was his ACL, but that's not confirmed yet.
Okay.
Him and Amadou collided after.
Yeah, I saw
Martial's
that.
goal.
But I didn't know how serious it was. Yeah,
And then he
obviously.
punched the medical
Yeah.
official, so that
Money. But yeah, he bet me well for the game because that was a class performance from him, wasn't
Tim
it?
Krul, one of the best keepers I've ever seen in a Norwich shirt, other than Brian Gunn. You know,
Yeah.
his cameo in the Inter Legends match, which ended after 15 minutes due to...
That's where he got it signed, isn't it?
That is where I got the shirt signed. But what a goalkeeper Tim Krul is.
He was well. The saves he made, like the two penalties, they were very
The
solid.
save from Martial from the corner as well.
Yep. Oh, that was.
great.
I think that was. Probably, I think the second penalty save.
He
was
died
the best
before
one.
that was even headed, didn't he?
When he had to, it was a great one. I mean, Onel Hernandez again, another really good performance. Like from Bournemouth, he came off the bench and showed a lot of sparking, which we're missing.
He came in at 45 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, he came in from Moritz. I don't know whoever it was. Moritz Leitner.
Todd Campbell, wasn't it?
Campbell. Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Campbell, started the season very well, obviously. Gets his first goals against Chelsea and Man City. But recently he's been very poor, I think. And I don't want to say it, but maybe he should be dropped for Hernandez from the start for the Brighton game. What do you think of that?
Well, he's young, isn't he?
He's still learning.
He's still learning in the Premier League, as he says in that intro video at Carrow Road.
At Carrow Road, always
we're,
play it.
we're still learning, as he says.
We are stronger together.
He did concede the penalty.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I mean, I haven't seen it back.
I
I've
know,
seen
I think it
Godfrey's one on Daniel James, but
that was never.
that
That's
isn't
never
a
a
penalty
penalty.
at all.
But I'll give credit to Man United, where it's due. I think they played well.
They were much better than us. To be
They were
fair.
clinical.
That the best performance
Did
this
you watch
season,
the
I
game
think.
back?
Yeah, I
The
have.
highlights, yeah.
The thing about Man United that I think they were much better than us is they just every time they got the ball they're just on the attack, and it was like we didn't have creativity. They had quite a lot of that, like with Daniel James passes and pings and stuff. They were always going through to Rashford or Martial.
Just that long ball through
And that
for the second goal.
what was going on there?
Well, I was just waiting for a defender to come along and snuff it out, but that didn't happen,
I
unfortunately.
mean,
But
what do you think about Amadou? I mean, he's made two brilliant performances.
Yeah.
Man City and Bournemouth. But the other, 4 or 5 games he's played?
well, he's not a centre back.
He's
is he?
not.
I
centre-back, but-
can't blame him. I think he's done as best he can from what he's been thrown
He's
into.
done 2 amazing performances, which for a centre midfielder is very good. But we need to play an actual centre-back at centre-back because
Don't
it's
have one, though.
it's the place on the pitch where you make the most errors, and we need an actual centre-back to avoid them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we don't have another centre-back who's fit. I was thinking Akin Famawo from the under-21s to come in.
That's how Max Aarons came into the squad.
That is exactly how Max Aarons came into the
Maybe
squad.
that'll work. I don't know. Bit of a risk though. And Daniel Farker this season hasn't been taking many risks, has he? He's been playing it safe, and it hasn't really worked.
Yeah, well, I think when we went down to Crystal Palace, I think we need to make substitutions at half time then, didn't we?
Especially Aston Villa. I mean,
And Aston
Mike
Villa, yeah.
McGovern just kept us in the game with that brilliant penalty save.
It sounds like
But
the
no,
Man
but
United game.
he did do it against Man United, didn't he? This
He
week?
did.
That was better.
You could say it paid off.
Substitutions
It
at
did.
half time. It did pay off.
Hernandez scored, so.
But I think against Aston Villa, had we put Hernandez wasn't fit for the game, obviously.
No.
But maybe Josip Dermich, even Dennis Srebeni, Patrick Roberts on at half time. You know, show some initiative to take the game by the scruff of the neck at half
We were
time.
only 2-0 down then, weren't we?
Only 2-0 down.
And Mike McGovern just saved a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
You
could have
know,
got back in
the
there.
crowd could have been with us. We could have got back into
Well,
the game.
The crowd was
No, the crowd was like after Tim Krul saves. There was
when
a
they
couple of
scored
chances
the
about
third.
Tim Krul.
But Jack Grealish for the third goal.
Oh,
Was it Grealish
Anyway,
for the third?
it was, yeah, it was.
Let's leave the Aston
5
Villa
minutes
game,
after.
shall we?
yeah, let's not.
Yeah,
oh,
just forget about that game. That was
Right,
not
we,
a good
we
day. out.
can't go without. I hate talking about it, but we got to talk about VAR, haven't we? Or VAR.
VAR. I mean, what a joke. I initially was behind it, you know, for the 2018 World Cup.
I never
think
liked
it
it.
worked.
It worked in their World Cup. Yeah,
worked at the World Cup. But since it's come to the Premier League, first 8 games, people were complaining it not being used enough. Now in the final, 20 games or so in the league, it's just been used. It's been overused. Been used way too much.
I mean,
I mean,
how?
Let's talk about the Ben Godfrey.
The Ben Godfrey one.
Yeah.
That was not a penalty at all.
Really?
Well, it wasn't because Daniel James, he kind of like shoves into him, and then obviously there's going to be some contact when he does that, and then Daniel James goes down and asks for a penalty there.
I don't think it was a penalty.
It was never a penalty.
He didn't ask for a penalty though, Daniel James.
Well,
He didn't ask for it.
I think it was a more foul on Ben Godfrey.
Yeah.
it was
in my opinion.
stupid. He was going for
After
the pen
game,
always.
Daniel James said to Tim Krul that it wasn't a penalty,
Did he?
and I think everyone agrees with him. It was not a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty. I mean, Daniel James, to be fair to him, he had a really good performance, but
I mean, it was a
penalty.
great ball for Rashford's goal.
Was
But-
that him who played it?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I
it was
mean,
perfect.
but
Good touch.
Just a long ball through. No one's marking him.
I was literally shocked to see that Rashford got king of the match though.
The
bit of a joke.
Budweiser king of the match.
You can't get king of the match and miss a penalty. I'm sorry, but you can't.
Tim Krul
Tim
should have been the king
He
of the match.
saved
That
two.
was a
He
joke.
saved 2 pens and he doesn't get king of the match. How
I
many
think
did
on
Rashford score?
Instagram
One?
they put what's it called? Pulisic up twice for king of the match. So that was a bit
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
I mean, Pulisic looks a decent player,
he's looking good.
I'd rather.
but
Hudson-Odoi.
Tim Krul should have been king
Oh,
of the
no,
match.
no,
Very
no.
frustrated about that.
No, no.
But okay, we won't go
We
into
won't
Chelsea.
go into-
We won't go into Chelsea.
Joe is hate for Chelsea.
So second VAR controversial decision.
I think that was
Never a pen. in my
no.
opinion.
The second one, I think
I haven't seen
think
it back, so this will be
I think-
interesting.
it's quite close to be fair. I think some decision. It was like I don't know. It was like round here, so maybe
I didn't see the second
could-
one.
you could call it.
Did he? Did it
Cantwell.
hit? Did it hit his arm?
I think it kind of did, and it was
How far
just
away
inside
from
the
his
book.
body was the arm?
Well, he like jumped backwards, and so the arm was like
What,
there,
like there?
like there, more like no, not
How
yeah.
like that far out? Or
Yeah, about that.
I mean,
okay.
that is a stupid decision from Todd, but it isn't unnatural.
Yeah,
Well, to be honest, if you're hurling yourself in the air to try and block the ball, it's hard to control
Yeah, I
your
know.
arms. You
Yeah.
can't- It's like
and I mean the shot was never gonna go, and Fred's
I
shot
mean,
was
it
rubbish.
was an awful shot from Fred. I mean, he's an awful player.
Well, okay,
£60 million.
he's not
was
worth
he
the
60
money.
million.
Yeah.
60 from Spain.
Was it Galatasaray?
Shakhtar
Shakhtar,
Donetsk.
what the?
Wow.
Well, I mean, he didn't have the worst performance,
But
but
it was an
Can't
awful
remember.
shot. It was never going in. I mean, I saw Fred actually protesting that it was a handball, but I haven't seen it.
Well,
from
Ashley
our end,
Young-
it didn't look like a handball.
From what I heard on the scrimmage, that's it. Ashley Young was constantly, I couldn't see it, but he was constantly in the ear of the referee saying VAR, VAR.
Yeah,
And
but Ashley Young, should the referee be listening to him? He's not the best player. He's the captain of Man United, but he's not a good captain.
well,
He's a poor
he's
player.
not like Xhaka. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe we shouldn't
Granit
talk. Let's not talk about that.
We'll
actually.
leave Granit Xhaka for later, I think.
let's
Oh,
leave
that-
Granit Xhaka to AFTV.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
AFTV, Troops, Don Robbie, we'll leave that
Leave
to you.
that to
We'll
me.
end it.
We'll leave that matter to you.
I mean, yeah, that's quite a controversial one, really.
Right, so Man United, that's unfortunately 0 points.
Yeah.
I was hopeful.
I thought,
I think it's because of the
yeah.
Man City game.
Yeah,
Because we came out of that with 3
It was
points.
a carbon copy of the Manchester City game, but we didn't attack the game like we thought we could win.
Yeah, no.
Alright, Brighton game.
And obviously, I think Man United are much more clinical than Man City in their chances.
I mean, somehow with Rashford and Martial up front, nothing to Aguero.
I rate Martial though.
But they took their chances, other than the penalties.
So we look on to next week at Brighton.
It's a big game.
It's a massive game.
Should I say bottom, because Brighton are actually doing quite well.
Yeah.
They're Trossard, class player. Malpe.
Is he back?
Trossard's back. He
Trossard's
came
back.
on.
Oh, okay.
Neil
That's-
Maupay, he's such a good striker.
Yeah, unbelievable. Neil Maupay, he's
I
a
wanted
good
him last
striker.
season for Norwich, to be fair, but
Well, he was offered. Farker wanted him
Did
at
he?
the end of the season, didn't he? But
Yeah, I think unbelievable. The Brighton game, it's gonna be really hard. This
Oh,
game.
as long as
it's
we
gonna
don't get beat 5-0
it's either
like
gonna be
last
a, it's
time,
either
I'm-
going to be
I'm
a
happy.
0-0 like
no,
Bournemouth.
I don't think that.
No one thought that about Bournemouth, did
Yeah,
they?
true.
Or it's going to be a massive like 4-3 or 3-3.
I think 4-3. I really.
So who
think.
though? No, we'll save that for later. Save that thought for later. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you
I can't see us get anything, but we'll save that bit for later.
Okay.
So then the game after that, an even more important game down at the bottom.
Oh no,
Watford
we have
game,
to. I'm sorry, have
But
to.
you know, even more important, Friday the 8th.
I don't like to
that
say
is my
it.
birthday.
Yeah.
That is my birthday.
And
So
I hear you're buying a Dutch flag.
I'm buying a Dutch flag off Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Tim Krul's shirt that game.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
So you're gonna write on it.
I'm gonna write on it,
Timmy.
Tim Krul, it's my birthday. Please gonna have your shirt.
He's never gonna believe you.
No, he's never gonna believe me.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
No, he's just gonna.
Nah. We'll get him.
I've never seen him give a shirt away. But
Maybe
I tell you
he's
what,
saving
Onel
us.
Hernandez, every single game he gives a shirt away.
Okay.
What a man. Unfortunately, you know, we're not like 5 years old. He's not going to give his shirt to us. So
I don't know. We've met him a couple times. Maybe
Yeah, well, he's an absolute.
he's a really nice
Couldn't
guy.
be a nicer guy.
And an even better player. I mean, that goal against
Oh,
United
that
so
that
good.
was a really good goal, to be fair.
That's what he does, though, isn't it?
Mhm.
Just
He
absolutely
takes on the
blitzes
defenders.
defenders down that
A
left.
little bit
wing.
of luck, but he got past the £80 million, centre back in Harry Maguire.
the amount of times, the amount of times he did that last season.
Yeah.
Just
I
literally.
mean, his end product wasn't there last season at
That
points,
was really
but
good,
that was a
that
quality finish.
Middlesbrough, wasn't it? Where
Middlesbrough, he
That
did
goal
that.
against
Went
Middlesbrough
in.
was great.
And it's Darren Randolph, and he's a good keeper.
But David De Gea, to beat him,
Yeah,
you know, from just inside the box,
it was hit
for
really
first
well.
Premier League goal, first Cuban goal scorer in the Premier League. What a finish!
Yeah. So what? Okay, what about
and
Brighton?
obviously we've got him to promote the Riverside.
The
lads.
Riverside lads, as Onel Hernandez has said,
You can't blame him for that. He loves Argos, doesn't he?
he loves Argos, loves the Riverside.
So I love this hoodie. Did you see that, Mr. Argos?
Mr.
Mr.
Argos,
Argos, yeah.
yeah.
What a hoodie.
What a guy though.
But,
Right, Joe.
But-
What are you thinking then about Brighton?
Brighton. Well, it's gonna be tough. I think Brighton, they're not the team they were last year. They're better. I think
Mhm.
Graham Potter's done
Yeah.
very.
Graham Potter was
shocked.
poor last season at Swansea, but you know they've had a mad
Well, he's
start
been
to the
around
season.
for a long time, and he Graham Potter.
Osterson's,
Yeah.
Oh
hasn't
yeah,
he?
he
Yeah.
left them from
He
like
did
he did bits of them really.
like
It was-
fourth
I
tier
did-
of
I
Danish
was-
football or whatever. I
When-
don't know.
honestly, to be honest, when I saw he joined Brighton, I thought relegation.
Relegation, that's what I thought.
I
But
don't think anymore.
Trossard, even though he's been
He's a
injured,
good signer.
He's a
he
good
looks like the
signing.
new Hazard, doesn't he?
Maupay, I mean, they were,
Does he?
they,
He
were,
plays like Hazard.
they were relying on Glenn Murray way too much for the past
Yeah.
2 seasons, but Neil Maupay's been so good this season.
He will.
Good signing, yeah.
He delivers. You know, he scored. He always scores at home, so that's going to be an issue for us now because I think he scored 3 in 3 at home for Brighton, or 3 in 4.
And against poor Amadou. I mean,
I love
I
Amadou.
so want to see him at centre
I want him
mid,
there.
where his natural position is. But at centre back, he's had good games, like I said before. But he's not a centre back.
Give Famwell a chance.
He's a
I'd
bit,
say.
bit rash in his decision making. So
What
I'd have
about
to see.
team selection though? What are you thinking for both the Watford and the Brighton game?
I want to see changes because it isn't working. I want to know that Farker knows it isn't working as well. He needs to make some changes.
And
I think-
suddenly we lost our attacking threat, haven't we?
Mhm.
We,
Yeah,
were,
what-
we were
what's
banging in goals
happened?
against Newcastle.
You know, like we're getting like 4 shots on target a
I mean,
game.
I don't think the season we've been that creative either.
No.
Emi Buendia's been way off it. His attitude isn't on it, unfortunately. He's still young, he's still learning. Let's hope he can improve, but we just haven't been creative enough.
Poor Pookie. I mean, He is really a form for Norwich, not for Finland.
I don't think he's a form.
He's not getting the chances though.
No, he's not.
But when he's getting like the slimmer chances, you would see him score in the Championship.
No, I definitely understand that. And
it is the Premier League though.
A striker's built on his chances, and if he's not getting them, it's near impossible for him to score.
And that's the midfield's fault.
Yeah.
Campbell and Wendy were good at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Stiepermann's been awful throughout the whole season. We just haven't created chances the last 5 games.
Yeah,
Very frustrating.
I think it'll come.
It will. I hope it will come. I think it will.
I think it'll be Brighton.
I think Tetty's actually been really good.
Tetty's been very good.
Fair play to him.
He
wasn't that good last season. You slated him.
Last season, but I don't know what he must have really.
I think Tetty's realised now that he's on his last legs for Norwich. He's not getting any younger now. He wants to give it his all this season. Wants to give his all this season in the Premier League.
We love him.
I met him in Toys R Us about 4 years ago. No one believed me.
I still don't believe.
I still don't believe.
I still don't believe.
I was in Toys R Us.
No.
I was in Toys R Us about 4 years ago before it went bust. Yeah, and I saw Alex Tetty. I'm telling you now.
Okay, right.
No, honestly I did. He said hello and he saw us wearing a Norwich shirt. So.
Tetty's a nice guy and he's a great player. He wasn't great last season. He was decent, but this season he's really stepped up when he's needed.
I think I got selfie with him last year. Him and Jim Husband, was it?
Jim Husband.
Yeah, they were.
James
sitting.
Husband.
No, Jim Husband.
Stevenage game in the Cup in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
I got selfie with Ben Marshall and James Husband.
Oh, it was Ben Marshall, wasn't it?
They were the two best signs.
The two
ever.
best Norwich signings
Unfortunately,
ever, apart from Marley Watkins.
My phone didn't take the selfie, of course.
Well, actually,
I was there.
Coming back to Marley Watkins.
Oh no.
Signed him for free. Sold for £1 million to fund Wendy.
Bargain of the season.
Stuart Webber.
He's done it again.
He needs a night with that man. How would you sell Marley Watkins for £1 million?
I don't know.
To fund Amy Wendy? What a bargain.
Well, after all, your name is on FPL, the Wevolution.
Oh, Revolution.
So, yes.
Right.
And in that case, we move on to FPL, don't we?
Yeah.
And the Premier League.
Right, guys.
Fantasy Premier League. Last season, I was decent.
Decent.
My
You were doing
final
well.
rank top 10k. This season, I dread to think what I am. Probably about 1 million. Pretty poor.
Really? Are you doing that bad?
Yeah.
What are you on, John?
Last season I was like 200k finish. I always start off really strong, and then I just drop. I'm about 2 points behind average every single week. I'm 100k right now. I was 12k. So you can just tell I've been literally beaten by the average about 3 times in the last 3 weeks.
I remember I got 44 points this week. I captained Pookie, I had faith in him, and he let me down.
Yeah, well, right. Josh, do you want to go through your team first?
Yeah.
Or Rudy, do you want to do
I
yours?
don't have a team
I'll
with
do
me,
my
so
team.
we're going to have to go through Rudy's
Well, I
first.
mean, I got 66 points this week, so that's decent. I had a couple of transfers in. I got Lundstram. He didn't really do that much this week, but
I mean, Tielemans, what a transfer he
yeah,
was.
Tielemans. I
You
took
bought him
out
this week.
Yeah, I bought him in this week.
Awesome.
I bought him Mopay 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
and he didn't perform the first week. But I saw that he was scoring at home, and I had faith. And yeah, he put a 9-point haul there.
Tell you what, I put in Roberto Pereira this week. Great player. Instead of Ben Chilwell, who got like 20 points. Very frustrating.
I got Sterling, so that's good.
Who'd
De
you
Bruyne,
captain?
Abraham. He got an assist, but it's only 10 points.
Tell you what, I did not like Tammy Abraham up until the Norwich-Chelsea game. And he scored twice against us. Was very frustrated with him.
Didn't you have him in your team then?
I didn't have him in the team. Put him in straight after that.
Then you got a hat
And
trick,
he got
didn't you?
Oh
hat-trick
yeah.
against Wolves and an own goal.
I remember that.
I got Ryan, and he got 4 points to keep him in.
Okay, that's better than Pope. I've
Soyuncu,
got Pope.
Tamori. I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna.
Chelsea's defence isn't the strongest, is it?
Mane got an assist. De Bruyne got his goal nicked by David Silva. Bit annoyed. Callum Wilson.
Yeah, I got rid of him a few weeks ago.
Gonna have to put him on my bench for the next week.
Got rid of all your Norwich players.
Mount.
Well, apart from Mike McGovern, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously I got Mike McGovern.
I've
on the
got 3
bench,
Norwich
but-
players.
I got rid of Campbell. I've
And
still
Pookie.
got Pookie, but I don't think I'm going to captain him. No way.
So I got 52 points. Moving on to my team. Salah got a 7-point return for me, so I was happy with that because he's a big budget option, isn't he? And
Budget option.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he's really cheap, isn't he?
Yeah,
Really cheap.
definitely.
13 mil.
Oh, he's expensive, isn't he? 12.5 million. But he's budget if he scores every week. That's what I want.
He
yeah.
hasn't been. Salah
No, that's what I mean.
has been pretty poor this season.
Vardy's been the real one.
And of course, I didn't have Sterling because I transferred him out in my wildcard 2 weeks ago for Aubameyang, who's done
He's done
nothing.
absolutely nothing. Great transfer.
So I captained De Bruyne this week, thinking it was going to be loads of goals for Man City. And of course, he got his goal nicked by David
3
Silva.
goals, and then goal nicked by David Silva.
At least Aguero didn't play because I know a lot of
Tell you
people.
what, I have John McGinn in the FPL
Oh,
team this
no,
week, and he
John.
hit the post in like the last minute. So
Oh,
that was very
A
good.
mad save from Edison.
Yeah, De Bruyne got 12 points. Unfortunately, he did have 16, and then they removed it, which is a bit sad.
That would have been a decent one.
Well, I did bench Soyuncu to start off with. I mean, and no one could predict that Leicester
9-0.
Southampton game.
James Madison, what a player.
Oh.
I thought he wasn't going to get his goal.
No, neither
for
was I.
that free kick.
I was so worried because Leicester literally just bagged about, was it 7 till Madison scored?
Yeah, 7.
And then Vardy got his penalty
And then-
in the 95th minute.
And then I thought, nah, surely Madison and Ndidi are not going to be the only players to not get returns.
Well, indeed he did a
Because
lot
everyone
of
else
that
got
game,
clean
actually.
sheets.
Yeah.
But it
And
was
then
just Ndidi to
What,
get
what a
returned.
free kick from Madison.
What a player.
He's
We
got-
absolutely love him
that's
at
at
Norwich,
least-
don't we?
That's 5 free kicks he got, I think, in the season and a bit for Leicester in the
I
Premier
think
League.
Yeah.
I think he's still got a little bit of
And
a...
Southgate isn't playing him for England. What is he doing?
Who's he playing, isn't it? Rice. Yeah,
Declan
Declan
Rice.
Rice.
I don't rate
Ross
Declan Rice.
Barkley, Henderson, who's a very good
Okay,
player.
Ross Barkley.
You like Ross Barkley, don't you?
For England, yeah, he's
For England, Ross
he's been
Barkley's good.
performing.
But still,
I'll
it
put him
doesn't
in.
matter about that. To be honest, right, if he's not playing for his club,
No.
he can't play for England. I'm
I
sorry.
think he can, but I think Declan Rice though, I don't really know what to say. He's just
Declan
there.
Rice was good when we went to the West Ham game.
I don't really see much of him. He's one of them players who comes out one game, doesn't really. You
Well,
don't
I
see
mean,
much of him the other.
Defensive midfielders, you don't, unless like N'Golo Kante.
West Ham
Yeah.
fans probably think he's the most underrated player. Because I used to think Tete was so
I think he's
underrated.
Messi.
he
but
is,
I just
but-
don't like Declan Rice.
Well,
I
I've
just
seen
don't.
West Ham fans who think he's the best player in the world.
Yeah,
Which,
but then I mean, I don't know.
But
well, we've been to West
he
Ham.
isn't
didn't
even
we?
English. He played for the Irish national team twice.
But
And
he,
now he's
wasn't he
getting
born in
into
England though?
He was born in England,
Yeah.
but if you play for your country twice,
Yeah.
you shouldn't.
Well, we
ask
went
play
to West
for
Ham, didn't we? We went Norwich, West Ham.
Went to West Ham, sat with the West Ham fans.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get any home
Yeah.
tickets. So,
thought we were going to get beaten up, but it was all fine. And then we lost 2-0. What a day that was.
but,
Well, so what else do you have in your team?
well, I had Madison, 8 point return.
Yep, Mount.
Mason Mount, yep. He got an assist, didn't he? 5 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so did Abraham as
So
well.
I'll take that from them too, because not a lot of people did have Abraham about. I think they do now, but I've got Pookie. Still got him. I'm still
I
holding
can't
on.
believe I captained Pookie.
I think he's going to come. I can't.
Eventually,
I'm
I'll
not-
give it time.
I
give it
don't.
time.
Jimenez is too expensive to upgrade to.
No,
I can't have any interest in him.
Pookie's a great striker, but he isn't getting the service, unfortunately.
Yeah,
If
true.
Pookie got the service Aguero got,
He'll be banging
he'd
in, like,
scoring loads of goals.
30 a season, well, maybe
Yeah,
not much. But
I had a Aubameyang unfortunately, so it's another 2 points.
Mhm.
So I have already made a transfer to him out. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
oh,
he
that's
scored
quite a
after
good
what,
one.
50 seconds
50 seconds.
against Liverpool, but Spurs bought
Right,
it
well,
again.
I didn't think of it.
No
Then I
surprise
then I
there.
went on filter and go to forwards, and I saw that Harry Kane was 10.8 million.
10.8.
He was 12
13. He was 13
Was he
a couple of
13
seasons
ago,
ago,
yeah.
yeah.
So I just 10.8 is an absolute bargain for Harry Kane. I know Tottenham aren't in the best form, but I think they'll
But
come
he,
through.
he always scores.
No,
I
he'll
mean,
always score.
He's
actually-
always scored from the penalty spot.
I know a lot of people have been saying that he needs to move elsewhere.
Well, no, he does if he wants to win a
If he wants to
trophy.
win trophies, Harry Kane has to move
Spurs
elsewhere.
are a great team, but they're just.
He's one of Spurs' own though, isn't
I
he?
think Pochettino has taken them as far as he can.
I feel for Pochettino.
He's a great manager, but he hasn't had the funds to invest in his team.
Moving on to my defence. I've got Lundstram, obviously, who I played instead of Sunchu, but
Let's hope Sheffield go down. But
No, they won't. I
doesn't
think they're
look
quite
like
good,
it
to be
at the
fair.
moment,
no, they'll stay
unfortunately.
up. I played Otamendi, but he didn't play, so Sunchu came in, which is lucky
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
decent.
I had Nick Pope in goal. I wasn't really expecting much, maybe a few more saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he maybe could have done a bit better. Actually, no,
But, yeah.
yeah.
I benched Rico last on my bench.
Unlucky.
That's only 5 points. I mean, if Jude had benched Tim Krul and played,
Oh.
I mean, if it was me thinking about what's a bit worrying,
I probably would have played Angus
I'd
Gunn and
have-
Tim Krul.
Angus gone
And that's
against
what, -2, 3
Angus
points?
gone against
We need to.
Leicester on an off chance that they could get clean sheet
Yeah.
and saves versus Man United. I knew they were going to score.
Yeah.
Norwich's defence is pretty awful.
And then he got Tim Krul got
16
points.
Compared
That's like
to-
a 18-point difference had Jude have played Tim Krul instead of
Yeah, we need to talk about the guy that
Angus
had
Gunn instead of Tim Krul.
Ryan Bertrand in our league.
Some guy, Ryan Bertrand, -6 points in our league. Poor lad.
I fell for it, and then yeah.
So that was me, 52 points. Do you know how many points you got?
I got 44. Pretty awful. Captain Pookie, as I've said many times, and that was a mistake.
To be fair, Joel is leading our league for points at the moment.
On head-to-head league.
Yeah, you're.
Your boy, I'm winning.
But I've lost average by like 1 point.
But another guy's just jammy. He's made his way up the top. With
Riley
Lubbock.
Oh,
He's got the common.
jammy.
I've seen that name
Got
so
80
many places.
points.
What's his name again?
McGinn and Tonic.
McGinn and
I
Tony.
don't like that.
That's not good.
He's
I
just
went with
jammed his way up
Revolution.
there.
I've got Fark Life.
Fark Life, the original Fark
What?
Life.
I've had
mine
it.
is
I've had it for
Keep on
about. I've
saying.
had it for about 1 year now. over a year.
Okay.
Since last season, the start of last season, I haven't changed it once. So
I mean,
I'm playing unless someone else tells me and shows me that they've had Fark Life before me. I'm saying I'm the original
Fair
Fark Life, but
Now for just Premier League talk, I guess.
yeah, I'll get the
Keep us a little short,
yeah.
but we'll get the fixtures up and do our predictions.
Okay.
So
Let's do the Brighton game. We've got to do Norwich Brighton first.
Norwich Brighton first.
Okay.
This is a hard one.
yeah,
I predict us to win every week. Well, not against Man City. I said 10-0 Man City, but we'll forget about that one. I'm going for another 0-0. Take another clean sheet against Brighton. That'll do me.
I'm gonna go for 4-3.
Another big score. We
Norwich.
haven't been scoring that many.
I don't know why I'm feeling this. Actually, no. 3-2. 3-2 Norwich. I think.
Win, that'll do.
I
me.
think
well,
Mopay with 2.
I'm gonna
Onel
go.
Hernandez.
I know it's a bit negative. I'm gonna go 3-2, but to Brighton.
Yeah, I can see that too. That's.
I can see Norwich
I can't
doing.
see us getting a win,
I
unfortunately.
can see Norwich still playing well, but just slipping up that last like 89th, 90th minute.
Yeah, I think Mopay and the other two. They'll.
I could see Trossard just
Yeah.
slotting one past him. Cool.
That'd be heartbreaking.
Do you want to
We're
talk
not,
about the
we're not going to the Brighton game, unfortunately. Haven't been able to get tickets. But
Yeah.
we'll try and get to the Everton game. Tickets go on sale soon.
Yeah, we will try and get that.
I mean, hopefully,
Well,
the third away day of the season should be decent.
my captain
Let's hope so.
for next week is Spurs Everton.
Oh, you captain Harry Kane.
Kane's gonna be my captain.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
Everton
captain
are pretty
Sterling.
poor defensively, so that'd be a good
That's
choice.
on Sky Sports Sunday, isn't it?
What are the other fixtures? Who has Sheffield got?
Sheffield have got Burnley.
Burnley. Come on, Burnley. Do us a
Wait,
favour.
let's start from the top.
Right.
I reckon.
Bournemouth Man United 12:30.
Bournemouth, Man United. I think Bournemouth are going to win it.
Nah.
Yeah, no,
Man
no.
United.
Man United played well against us, but that was,
I think that's at Bournemouth. I think.
That's at Bournemouth, so Bournemouth to win that one, I think.
I'm saying 2 on Bournemouth.
2 on Bournemouth.
Yeah.
2 on.
What's the next one? Is that
Arsenal Wolves.
Arsenal Wolves.
Oh, that's a 2-2. That
Arsenal at
is.
home.
Wait.
Yeah, Arsenal at home.
Arsenal at home.
3-2 Arsenal.
If Granit Xhaka plays, I can see Wolves winning.
Yeah.
I respect Granit Xhaka. I don't think he's a good player, but the way Arsenal fans have treated him is not right.
Yeah.
And I think as long as they treat him that way, he's not going to play that well, is he? So Wolves can beat him.
Yeah, okay. Aston Villa, Liverpool. I think that's going to be 3-1
Oh,
Liverpool.
Villa at home.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
Villa
don't
at
want to
home.
say it. I think Villa could shock Liverpool.
no, that's not going to
No.
happen.
At Villa Park,
Sure.
they're a decent side.
No.
They've been decent this season with glimpses of
I
quality
agree.
like against us.
I think Liverpool slip up.
I
think that
don't
could be-
think Liverpool will lose, but I think there could be a draw in there.
3-1 Liverpool for
I'm gonna
me.
say 2-2.
Mane's
I
going to
think
get
Liverpool go 2-0 up.
And then,
Possibly.
yeah, maybe Wesley and Jack Grealish.
Oh!
Grealish is injured, which is good. That means he won't play for
So we
England.
talked about Brighton, Norwich, Man City, Southampton. Then
Well,
after Southampton,
that's a cup game tonight in the Carabao Cup, isn't it?
Oh.
So
keep an eye on that one then.
10-0 tonight and then 10-0 at the weekend.
7-0. 7-0 Man. Actually, no. 7-1. 7-1 Man
I think
City.
4-0 Man City. I don't think it's that big.
Southampton are going to lose
I
both
think
games.
they will.
Hassan Hoot will sort them out.
Poor Andy's
Eventually.
gone.
So-
Should have stayed with us.
West Ham, Newcastle. Talk about that one.
Right, Sheffield United, Burnley, we didn't get.
I thought we talked about it already.
Well, we did. I'm just going to say 1-1.
1-1. Josh.
Yeah.
I think Sheffield are going to win, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I want Burnley.
2-0
At least we
Burnley.
say.
2-0 Burnley. Actually, no, I said Sheffield United at home. To be fair, they're good at home.
Yeah.
But they're good away. They haven't lost an away game.
Are they not?
And we're very leaky away from home. Just the contrast between us two. We're a better team than them. But we haven't been
We
playing
beat them
well
last
this
season, but they've signed like 6 strikers, haven't they?
No, they beat us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't beat them last season. We finished above them.
we're poor against Sheffield United. We haven't beaten them for about a couple
We
of
beat
seasons
them in the
now.
league, so.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
Yeah.
West Ham, Newcastle.
West Ham at home.
Nah, Newcastle 2-1.
West Ham win.
Really?
Don't know the score, but they'll win.
1-0 West Ham.
Really?
Yeah. Watford, Chelsea.
5-1 Chelsea. I know this is Watford are getting draws.
Unfortunately,
I'm
I
gonna
can see
say
Watford
5-1.
winning this one.
3-0. 3-0.
I reckon 3-0 Watford or 3-0 Chelsea.
Really? Okay. Crystal Palace, Leicester.
4-2 Leicester.
4-2 Leicester.
Yeah, Crystal Palace are a good
I
side.
think,
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
Leicester could finish second or third.
Well, I
this season,
called
but
a week ago
these are
before
the
the
games they need to
Southampton
win.
game, didn't I? I called Leicester will win the league. I didn't really mean it when I said it.
yeah.
I didn't really mean it when I said it, but now I think
I can see Liverpool dropping quite a few
Liverpool-
points.
They'll draw.
Liverpool were in this position last year. They slipped
Yeah.
up.
And Man City aren't as strong without company at the back. So
I think Leicester's
they're
squad
dropping
It
points
could
as
be
well.
their chance.
And I rate Brendan Rodgers. I think he's a class
He's a
manager. I
class
think he's
manager.
underrated.
Mhm.
Wait.
Yeah, we talked about Everton. No, we didn't talk about Everton Spurs, did we?
No. Well, you
Harry
mentioned
Kane 2-0. Both Harry Kane.
Is it
Both
Spurs?
Spurs.
Spurs at home.
No,
Everton
Everton
at
at home.
I can see Spurs winning this one. Last season they got like 6 away at Everton, so I can see that happening again. And I hope for Pochettino's sake that they do, because he's a great manager.
1-0 Spurs for me.
Yeah.
It's just going to be Harry Kane go in like the first 10 minutes and then defend for the rest of it.
Tell you what,
So,
Everton could be going down. I mean, probably not, but there's a chance there.
So, to end it, I think we should choose one player this week. Just one player we think is going to perform. And then
Norwich player or
No, any
Any
player.
player.
Any player. Any on an FPL perspective. One player.
perspective.
One player who thinks going to do well this week. And then we'll tally up the points for the next time we do a podcast.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Maybe West Ham at home to Newcastle. Maybe Felipe Anderson.
Yeah,
Maybe-
maybe going Felipe Anderson.
Maybe Allaire.
Ah, they've
That's
got
how
to
you say
choose
it.
one, Josh.
Yeah. One of the West Ham forwards.
Are we putting a budget on it or
No, you just
any player?
just say any player, Josh.
I'm going Felipe Anderson.
Okay. What about you, Joel?
I'm gonna go Timo Pukki.
Timo
Okay.
Pukki. I mean,
Score against Brighton.
I really hope so, but I doubt it at the moment.
I'm gonna say it's maybe a bit too safe, but I think Raheem Sterling. I know it's a bit safe, but I think he's gonna score 2 and get
If he's rested tonight,
Yeah, he'll be rested,
then
yeah.
Or he could play in the cup. He could play
No,
in the
no,
cup tonight.
trust me. I think he's gonna play Foden and stuff,
Okay.
unless he's not suspended. No, he's not suspended.
I think he's benefited from having Sane out this year because obviously last year is a lot more rotation.
Sane is a
isn't he?
quality player, but
He's-
I don't know the way he's being treated by Man City. If he wants to go, he should
go to Bayern Munich.
So you've gone Anderson or Haller?
Felipe Anderson.
Anderson.
Raz.
You sure? Right.
Yes, I'm going Raz.
You're gonna pick
Oh
one.
yeah, I think I should mention I did triple captain Raheem Sterling for the Norwich Man City game, and I'm ashamed of my decision ever since. And I'll end that there. I think.
Okay, well,
Alright.
thank you for
Thank you.
watching or listening. Whatever platform you're on, if you're on Apple, is it subscribe on Apple? Subscribe YouTube.
YouTube,
Subscribe,
link on
YouTube.
Instagram.
Yeah, link on Instagram. Well, thanks.
Yep.
It's been nice. Hope you've watched the Matchday experience from the Man United game.
We'll have one for Watford, and hopefully the next time we're doing this podcast,
We'll be.
are we gonna do one for the away
table.
game? Do you want to do one for the away game?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll make sure to watch the highlights
Will
thoroughly
do.
then.
Hopefully next time we see you, we've got a win against Brighton.
And then the
Come
next
on,
time,
come on,
you'll
boys.
have a Tim Cool shirt.
Yeah.
Hopefully against the Watford game. Hopefully I get that on my birthday.
All right. Cool.
Right.
Thank you for watching.